time for another episode of the Sounds Good podcast. Here they are, the Bad Barnacles.
C+.
It's a C+. Oh, C+. Get out of here! You would be the worst grader of all time. You're like my teachers in high school.
He is a teacher.
I am a teacher.
You know what? If you're watching this from Wood Creek High School, I didn't mean that. I'm so sorry. Please don't get mad at me. Anyway, thanks for watching. By the way, this is the Sounds Good podcast. Again, Bad Barnacles. I'm Tarik Ansari. Thanks so much for joining us, whether you're listening on Spotify or any of those streaming services, or if you're watching on the Tube of You, also known as YouTube. Oh my gosh. This is certainly a fun time. And boy, that was one heck of a starter. Gentlemen, and would it be okay if we met the band?
No, we'll pass.
Okay.
Let's move on to the next section. Okay, so back behind us on the buckets back there, we got Bird.
No.
Mr. Bird. Behind me on bass, we got Drew. We call him Worm. Big Worm.
Big Worm.
Big Worm.
I thought it was Big
It's a long story behind that, but we're not going to tell you.
Big Worm.
We're going to keep it
He's
PG.
a slimy guy.
We got Tyler over here on the guitar.
Hello. How's it going?
And
Cool intro type.
Yeah.
He's a savant with the guitar. And then I'm Matt.
Check out Matt's.
Nice to meet you.
Check out Matt's microphone. I mean, that is something else right here. Jacob, our videographer for today. Check that out. If you don't.
Sure 55, folks.
Sure.
It's an Elvis mic.
That's an Elvis mic. That's right. And I'll tell you what. I feel like I'm in the year 1960, and I feel like John F. Kennedy is going to walk in and be like, we're going to go to the moon. But I'm telling you what, we're already at the moon with this band right here, because their sound is something else.
If the moon had an ocean on it, we'd all be swimming, right?
That is very, very true. So excellent tune. And I'm telling you what, second time that I've had you on a show.
That's right.
Had you at K-High Radio. Yeah. And that was a 7 a.m. gig.
That's fun.
And we had to drive like almost, 30, 40 minutes to get there.
To
we
Auburn.
don't wake up that early normally.
I saw him play.
On a
I saw him play the night before.
Really?
I saw him play live the night before.
That's true,
For the first time.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
because then Drew tried to ask me if I wanted to do your job. Remember that?
What did I do?
You asked me like,
Uh-huh.
do you want to interview me tomorrow? Or
Oh,
something
sure,
like
sure,
that.
sure. Yeah, that was a different point in my life when my yeah. But yes, I
How'd the interview go?
We got
We
it
never
planned.
did it. You
right?
did his. So-
That's right. Sorry, man. We never talked about that, but I apologize.
Was I not good enough for you? No,
This was before we even met. After we met, it was. Just,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there were
Yeah.
we had a spark. I felt.
well, obviously, because this spark has led to a little thing we like to call fire. Fire. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, fire.
That's nice.
And well, you know what else is?
Strong river.
You know what else is? You know what's the opposite of fire?
Water.
And
Ice.
what is it that a strong river has?
Oh.
Rocks. Fish.
Wow. Fish,
Fish is the
definitely
opposite
fish.
of water.
That's
folks.
true. That is
Learn
true.
Something new every day.
That's right. Science rules.
Strong River. That's our next one.
All right. Well, here we are. You're listening to the Sounds Good podcast, The Bad Barnacles, right here with Strong River.
Down river, take me away, down from the mountain where I laid my claim. Big strong river, pull me in, carry my bones, swallow up my skin. No generous stream, it's time to drift on. To a land I'll never see. The storm clouds call, I know you're out in my direction. Let's float away from memories. Big strong river, be my friend. Waited so long at the water's edge. Big strong river, take me away down from the mountain where I laid my claim. No generous stream, it's time to drift on. To a land I'll never see. The storm clouds call, I know you're out in my direction. Let's float away from memories. No generous stream, it's time to drift on. To a land I'll never see. The storm clouds call, I know you're out in my direction. Let's float away from memories.
Wow, that was strong. Got him. Thank you very much. Boy, again, this Sounds Good podcast. I'm Tarik Ansari. That was the Bad Barnacles with Strong River. And boy, that was an excellent tune. And something I thought about for quite a bit. The Bad Barnacles. That name is it catches the eye, and eventually music catches the ear, but it catches the eye of many a people. It's like I'm giving a speech. True. Many a people. But what is the origin behind the Bad Barnacles name?
Well, if you're familiar with barnacles, you know they have the longest penises in the animal kingdom.
The animal kingdom.
It's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
So,
Yeah.
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 No, that's not it at all.
Well, that's the reason.
We searched really, really long and hard for something that fit. And there was a show or somewhere we were at when we were first starting out, and we were speaking with another band, and at the time we were trying to make connections and build that community. And at the time we were having a conversation with them, and we said, hey, we could just, well, if you guys have a show, give us a call. We'll just kind of click. We'll be like a barnacle, and we'll just hang on to you guys. So very like riding coattails type of metaphor.
Excellent stuff.
And then we looked for that alliteration because you got to have it pop. So the Bad Barnacles. So that's how that came.
Hey, just saying, TBB, the Bad Barnacles.
TBB, right.
TBB,
Right.
the Beach Boys.
TB bad.
Oh.
TBB good.
Can I just say? And you could, you know what? When you listen to both bands, I feel like you should hold a surfboard in your arm.
We carry around. Oh, we forgot to bring it. We usually have an inner tube.
Right?
That's right,
Oh, for real?
right. Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah,
right. I have
yeah.
seen that. Yeah, an inner tube. Yeah. And you know what? I love it because you're saving audience members. You're saving their souls with the music.
Suicide rates are up, man. We're trying to do our part.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my goodness. Well, I will say, quick shout out here on the Sounds Good podcast. If you like what you hear, then you're gonna love what you hear on Public Records from the one and only Mike Schotter, who is right over there on the computer. Mike Schotter, everybody. Mike Schotter. Excellent. And you know what? That would be a great intro. That makes him sound like he's in like some 70s video. Like, play that again real quick. This is like
What kind of 70s video, though? Ooh.
Mike Schotter, everybody.
Oh, mustache, man.
Indeed. Mike Schotter will be growing a mustache. We
Grow a
appreciate.
mustache, buy a van.
Yeah, can't endorse the second part, but he will. But you know what? We appreciate his help today, as that's a huge reason why it does sound good. But I'm telling you, loving the first two songs, and the third, as we have the set list up here on this whiteboard, I'm actually curious to hear this third one, Mr. C. Now, is this by any chance about a teacher named Mr. C?
No, it's short for Mr. California. It's just a pain in the ass to write out California every time, man. So we know. No, it's kind of autobiographical.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm ready to take a dive into this autobiography. All right, if you wouldn't mind.
Take a dive into this sea.
Into the sea.
Mr. C.
Into the sea of barnality. Barnacality?
Barnacles.
Ooh.
Barnacle. Join the barnacle.
Nice.
Indeed. Well, here we go with Mr. California. Once again on the Sounds Good podcast, it is the Bad Barnacles.
Oh.
Oh.
Let me get a tune real quick.
Let him tune it.
Tune it on your anything.
Sounds good.
Good. We're doing fantastic. Here we go. All right.
Sunny City, Mr. California, still alive, wrapped up in vine. Long field strip and little giver, won't you come closer? Let me see you grow so fine, 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 so fine.
And I mean wow. Mr. California.
You know, wow backwards is wow. Isn't that a trip?
That is a trip. Wow. Ooh.
It's like I'm in a canyon. We're deep in a cave?
Wait, a California cave, Mister. Ha ha ha. Yes, indeed. Sounds good podcast. Bad Barnacles. That was Mr. California. Another excellent tune. And I mean, I'm telling you what, I'm loving the music I'm hearing. The sound, especially, it is very unique, and it's not like it's not your run-of-the-mill, indie band you always hear. It is something really special, and I'm kind of curious to hear from you guys. What was your biggest inspirations behind your sound? Looks like we have a little. Let's watch.
That's an interesting question because I think we all come from.
Yeah, as we watch a live tuning session right here on Sounds Good.
Background.
Yes.
We squirm with that question. Vintage influences are there. A lot of old 60s music, 50s rock and roll stuff. Some psychedelic for sure. Even more like modern psychedelic. I don't know. Mescaline influence type of stuff a lot of the time. And then this guy listens to hip hop and like metal and stuff, so it's how he makes it
Really?
work. Yeah.
That's cool.
See the
What's
gang
what,
signs.
y'all?
Look at his shirt, man.
Indeed.
Hey, look at my shirt, bro.
Today's show is sponsored by Saved by the Bell.
The 90s called.
The 90s called.
Want their shirt back?
Jennifer Aniston wants her joke back. Anyway, but yeah, I'll tell you what. Oh, I love Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston, thanks so much for listening to the Sounds Good podcast.
Love you, Jennifer.
I love you, Jennifer. Thank you.
She's still alive?
She's
Still
still.
looking good.
She's turned 50. She's looking real good.
Still good for a 50-year-old.
Yeah.
Still alive.
Mike said so.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Was that one of those, she
Strongly,
was
too.
on that show where like people didn't know if they should laugh, so they had to put the sign up in the audience instead of laugh or whatever. And then everyone's like, oh, it's supposed to be funny. But like without that, like no one has any idea. Or there's a laugh track.
Wait, would this show be called Fuens?
Fwans.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I love Fuens.
So no one told you to laugh.
This is gonna be.
You know that? You
Yeah,
know
I
that
know.
song.
You know
can
it?
figure out, right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh man, classic stuff. But yeah, loving the sound. It's a lot of great stuff. And real quick, I know there's another song coming up called "Don't You Buy It," which don't worry, I've been tarined for several years.
Tarik.
I used to see. I used to.
Muzzling.
I may have used to bite in preschool, but you know I was a child. Anyway. For those of
Grow
you,
out of these things.
for those of you out at Loomis Community Preschool, I'm very, very sorry. Anyway, the Sammys are coming up. I'm this entire it's
Dude,
you know
you're doxing yourself.
this
You're
entire-
like every part of your life.
honestly.
People are just gonna know.
yeah. I just want to say to my 7th grade teacher, I'm sorry I read those 49ers books in the middle of algebra. I shouldn't have done that, but you know what?
How
God,
dare
he's
they?
coming for me. Oh my God.
This is God.
This is Mr. Edwards. Why didn't you do your homework? Anyway, the Sammys are coming up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now this show will be released a few days after this taping, but you guys are up for a few Sammys this year.
Yeah.
And in case you don't know what a Sammy is a word from Sacramento News and Review and rates all the best bands in the Sacramento area, and you guys are up for
It's like a
awards.
Grammy, I think, is what they're
It
going
is.
for, right? Sammy Grammy, Sacramento Grammy. It's a play on the word, right?
Yes. So what do you guys?
Got a Grammy.
Just occurred to me.
Indeed. What are you guys up for this year?
Indie, live performer, and new artist.
Wow, so 3 different categories. I'm telling you what, the best thing you can do right now, if you're listening on the phone or the computer or on the fax machine. Just kidding. You don't have a fax machine. Anyway.
My grandma has a
I
fax
still
machine.
have a fax machine.
My
Actually.
grandma's gonna listen to this.
Are
Bro.
you
You're gonna hurt her
technology
feelings.
shaming?
He is
There's a
texting.
good chance my grandma's gonna watch this. Yeah.
I want to
that
apologize
sound?
to his grandma. I'm so sorry.
still
Anyway,
have dial-up.
but the best thing you can do right now, dial up.
She'll fax you the plan.
Anyway, the best thing you can do is go out there and
Grandma, how are you?
the best thing you can do
He
is
loves my grandma.
That was going.
Yeah.
yes, that's
I'm sorry, we keep interrupting you, man.
it's all good.
He's trying to promote art.
I am trying
Let the
so.
man get on with it.
I was gonna say, go vote for the Bad Barnacles, indeed, because they've got one heck of a sound, and it sounds like
Sounds good, is what it
sounds good.
sounds
That's what it sounds good. Wait a minute.
See, I plug you back.
Hey, you plugged me
plug us, I
back.
plug you back.
He
That's
plugged me
how it
back,
works.
everybody. He
That's
plugged
the
me back.
biz,
How
baby.
many times
That
have we
is the
worked
biz.
that in today?
Indeed.
I used to be a child
Yeah.
actor, no big
Yeah.
deal.
Daddy was
If
a
we
child actor.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, can we pull up some
wait,
of those
wait,
songs?
hold on. Wait, hold on. You were a child actor?
I was. I went to Hollywood. No weird stuff.
Oh my
We
God.
lead with that.
Uncle Harvey.
But yeah, no.
Who was Uncle Harvey you were talking about?
Uncle. You
We don't
know
talk
what?
about- We don't talk about him. He's the black sheep of the family.
Uncle
The family.
Uncle Albert.
Yeah.
Uncle Albert.
So
Albert
I
Hazley?
understand what I'm trying to say here. Let me
Yeah.
get off the topic here. What I'm trying to say here is I know how it works, and yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? We've got I'm in a very interesting position. I look like I'm at the toilet here. But anyway, sitting down in this super chair.
You're looking flush over there.
Ha! Got him there, sir. Anyway, our next song. Why am I speaking an accent? Our next song. Your next song, Don't You Bite. I'm excited to hear this again. Another great
It's
song.
gonna get dark.
Here we go. On the Sounds Good podcast. Bad Barnacles.
Oh, don't you bite the hand that feeds you every night. 'Cause when you sleep, that hand could scheme some evil deed, steal your breath and haunt your dreams. Face down, lost, found, left for dead, without a friend around.
Right. So we played a show last night, and when I screamed, some girls at a table next to us got scared and dropped some stuff.
Yeah. It was great.
That means
And then he warned him the second time.
As I was warning him, I missed the scream the second time. I was like, oh, never mind.
during the song you actually said, "Oh,
I
never
was
mind."
like, okay, here comes another
Here comes
one.
the scream, so don't
I'm
be
not
scared.
I'm gonna try not to scare you, and then it passed. I was like, oh no, never mind.
Let's think they twerked for a little bit before leaving. Is that right?
Yeah, dude, that girl. Yeah.
She like threw. She was down, and then
That
you
was
know.
weird.
popped and locked it.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
And then they left.
Shame's a horrible thing. Man.
well, she just heard the lyrics. Lay down. That's when they got a twerk right there. Down.
I'll give you $10 to twerk real quick, and then we'll leave.
No, I stopped using that. I stopped using my body for money a long time ago. Thank you,
Yeah.
that.
Once
He
the
was a
child
child
acting
actor.
stuff.
Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, we're gonna twerk our way to remind you this is the Sounds Good podcast. I'm Tarik Ansari. This is the Bad Barnacles, another great song from them, and I am very curious to hear this. You're up for Best New Artist, so I imagine the origin of the Barnacles is somewhat newer. I'm
Yeah,
curious to hear the
kinda.
story if we are permitted. Good
Yeah,
gentlemen.
I mean, we've been doing this. Me and Bird on drums back there. We started this about 6 years ago.
Caw! Okay.
So it's been a while. We had a different bass player originally and another guitar player originally, and we've just kind of slowly built comfort and improvement and all this stuff. And so it's now what it is. So now that we're this thing, we've only been this thing for like 3 months.
Really?
We've only been playing in SAC for about a year, so it's still pretty.
Only 1 year?
Yeah, we only
Wow.
played house parties up until then. So this is all pretty new to us.
Where did you live before here?
East Bay.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, we were here for a few
Redwood.
years.
You
We didn't
play
play.
clubs in East Bay?
This is how new
No,
it
just
is.
backyards,
but-
man.
Yeah.
This is all new.
Wow.
Yeah.
East Bay. So what part of East Bay? Sorry, what part of East Bay?
This guy, me and him lived in Brentwood.
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 Yeah, no one knows where that is. It's okay. It's not the Brentwood, LA, with like OJ and all that.
Yeah, I
It's
was
like
gonna
a
say.
different
Brentwood in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Let's go to the BART station. Let's go.
one. They do have a BART station out there now.
That's my
Actually.
favorite part.
Yeah, that's
just-
right.
That's the main attraction.
Isn't that
women at the BART station?
Isn't that the needed ending to Mary Poppins? You know, let's go to the BART. Let's right. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. So. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean. Love that sound. And yeah. Again, loving what I'm hearing so far. And I do have to ask. This is going to be released this upcoming week, probably the 5th or the 6th or so. And I'm curious to hear what are some of the upcoming shows you guys have.
We're playing record release with Bandit Coyotes in a couple weeks. That's March.
Whoa!
March 13th.
Wait, hold
Also-
on. Wait, hold on. You're saying the Band of Coyotes? Wait, aren't they here?
We're
oh my God.
in their room right now.
Yeah, and wow, and you know what else? I think Mike Schotter is their bassist.
This guy?
He's over there. Mike Schotter, the bassist for the Band of
We
Coyotes.
love these guys. They're like our families.
Also,
Yeah.
Indeed,
if I
Yeah.
can mention, if you're gonna vote Sammys, you vote Bandit Coyotes in the rock category.
baby.
that is very true.
Give them a vote.
Yes,
Give them a lot of votes. Go to every email account you've ever had in your life.
yes, indeed,
Let's vote with that.
absolutely.
I think it has to be Gmail, actually.
But
I
yeah.
only have a Hotmail.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I got a couple Hotmails actually.
Of course you did.
Hiding in your closet, baby.
All right.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to make horrible jokes like that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We
We just lost our sponsor.
No, get out of here.
Sponsored by White Claw.
But there you go. Indeed, tonight is sponsored by White Claw. But should mention, do vote for Bad Barnacles and the Band of Coyotes on this for the Sammys for sure. Well deserving, both bands who have been on the Sounds Good podcast. By the way,
So to keep plugging a couple more shows.
Yes.
March 13th with Bandit Coyotes record release.
Yep.
March 22nd. March 22nd, there's a benefit at Two Rivers as well that we're playing. March 27th, we're playing at Starlit with Animals in the Attic, insanely good band. And then we're throwing a shindig called Beatles Bash, 10 bands. April 4th, Starlit Room. You gotta catch that one too.
Beatles Bash, April
Beatles
4th.
Bash. Bad Barnacles present Beatles Bash. A lot of bees.
A lot of bees.
Is real, man.
Yeah. Be there? Is that what you're saying?
Be there.
I think people should be there. That sounds amazing.
B squared.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Thank you.
I'll tell you what. Would you mind playing another song? You guys are already playing another song, so love the jam.
Nah, that's not a song. I mean, it is a song, but it's not a song.
So that was not. So that in fact was not a song. You just jammed right
These
there.
guys just, we jam all the time. Man.
That was impressive for a jam. That sounded really good for a jam.
Somebody's got it right. Though.
Listeners, didn't that sound good for a jam? Now get some peanut butter.
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
This guy's allergic. He's really
we were
allergic to
doing
peanut
too
butter.
quick
Don't even
for
talk
me,
about
man.
it, man.
All right. It took me a second. I was like, all right, hold on. It's a lot of weird things to do with peanut butter.
Yeah. I remember the day I made my first joke. It's a dog day. Anyway,
All right,
another song?
We're sending you back to the 50s. This song's called "Fool in the Making."
Fool in the Making. Let's hear it right here on Sounds Good. Again, the Bad
It's a
Barnacles.
single, right?
This won't be on Spotify.
probably the
at
next
some
single.
point.
Yeah, so when are we releasing
Maybe.
these songs?
Oh.
You want to talk about that?
No.
Let's talk about it after.
Okay.
Let's play it. Yeah.
After.
Let me come back. Let me do that little segue.
Power
We're
move
gonna
right
take you
there.
back to the 50s now, with a little prom music. Bend and shape me into your hands. I fell into a boat, saw the gutter floating just long enough to scream with a dirty stream. Hid my tears and my dirty dreams. Hid my tears and my dirty dreams. Hold me for a little while. Hold me with your gentle glow. Squeeze your hands round my heart. Press it into stone. I'm just a fool. I'm just a fool. A fool in the making. Oh.
Man, that was beautiful.
Thanks.
Man, oh my goodness. That was
That lead guitar in that song is like.
that was
I
dynamic.
think that was one of the first songs we started playing with Tyler, actually. That's the first one he picked up on
And I wanted to
started playing with us, and we just were like, oh my.
yeah.
Yeah, we're like, whoa, this guy.
I was gonna mention when you came on K-High, back in I think it was back in December, right?
Yeah, it was
Man.
cold.
It was cold.
Real
yeah.
cold. Cold's
Yeah.
I get cussed, right? It was cold.
Three of us.
Yeah, exactly. And we didn't. Tyler wasn't there. But man, that adds a dynamic to it.
a ton.
It seriously does.
And we hear it all the time. We tell Tyler all the time. Hopefully, his head won't get too big. But yeah, he's a great. We
Yeah.
love having
We
him.
tell him about half the time.
I don't know.
He's okay.
We don't want people. We don't want him to
his
be
his face looks pretty proportional, honestly. Like he looks like pretty well put.
Yeah, he's a handsome man.
All
Is that
right,
what you're
we can
saying?
give you his number later.
I think he's single too, ladies.
He is single.
Yeah, he's like, Jacob, can we get a shot of a close up of Tyler right here? If you like what you see. Anyway, we should mention though.
The highest bidder.
That reminds me of Groundhog Day, actually. The highest bidder. Yeah.
Give him the 2 bits. That's Groundhog
Sold!
Day.
Yeah, if anyone's gonna know obscure 80s, 90s movie references,
That's
it'd be
me right here.
YouTube,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
none of the audience. So yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ned Flanders. Anyway, so anyway, should mention real quick for those of you listeners out there, thanks so much for listening again to the Sounds Good podcast. Again, I'm Tarik Ansari, the Bad Barnacles. If you love what you're hearing, you'll love Public Records. That is run here by Mr. Mike Schotter. It is also noteworthy if you were listening to this podcast on Spotify, on any streaming service, that you were able to watch this in video form on YouTube. And our videographer for today, making its debut on the Sounds Good podcast, it is Jacob Prusia. Give it up for Jacob Prusia. He's doing a great job today. Jacob Prusia.
Yeah. Towels? Anyone have a towel?
Indeed. Yeah. Take off your shirt and use it as a child. Anyway.
Her underwear instead of his truck, we can use that.
That's true.
Excellent.
Y'all want to hear a story?
Yeah. So you actually, speaking of story, before you played that last song, one of you mentioned you wanted to tell a story about the song "Fool."
Just want to bring up the fact that we're releasing. Is it okay if I talk about it right now? We're releasing
I don't know.
songs.
What are you talking about?
I was gonna bring it up, and you're like, no, not right now.
We're talking too long.
Got you.
Now we can talk about
So now we can talk about. Are we releasing? You guys know because you just laid down a track. What's the release looking like?
Look at him.
Okay.
Probably
Yeah.
a couple weeks. Then on Spotify, that song will be there, mixed and.
We were trying to get
recorded
stuff
by us
out
and
before
everything,
Sammy's. It's probably not gonna. Might happen. I don't know.
so that song at
But
least.
some new stuff's coming.
We got all
basically,
kinds of new
short.
stuff coming. Everything we're playing right now is new, basically. So
I like it, but it's fresh and it's good.
it's real fresh.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's unless you go see us live, yeah.
Fresh certified beats.
But only a couple of these songs are on any albums, previous 2 albums. So a lot of this stuff's really new, and we're very excited to get this recorded. Bird records everything, engineers everything. Bird back here, yeah, he's
Wait,
the man.
Bird
He's the guy, dude. Yeah.
So we go from the Band of Coyotes last one, who has Mike doing all this excellent production. Then we got you guys, the Bad Barnacles, and the Bird is doing. Thank you.
Don't let his
I
looks
had to
deceive
use
you,
it
man.
at
He's
least
he's actually really smart.
No.
If you're gonna be ugly, you gotta be smart.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't call yourself ugly. Look at yourself.
Kidding.
No, I called him ugly.
Yeah, he called me ugly. He called me ugly.
That is
so
the-
I had to.
Now he's a handsome guy.
That is true.
I'm alright.
Yeah. Hey, as ZZ Top once said, sharp dressed man. And the production, by the way, I have been able to visit you guys at your recording spot, and I love it. What these guys are doing is something special with recording, and I am super, super excited to hear this new record.
Thanks, man.
And I'm hopeful you can use this as an outlet to get people to start to hear that new record. But until then, I mean, man, great
We're gonna,
stuff.
we'll probably drop off a Creative Records for you to sell.
And by recording spot, you mean our house. You've been to our house.
I guess up front.
yeah,
But thank
indeed.
you for calling it.
But I
Makes
want-
it seem more official.
Exactly. Well, that's what I want to do.
It's
You know?
more of a-
We're about the bourgeois here. Yes, indeed. For those of you French people out there, thanks for listening to the Sounds Good podcast. Anyway, so
All right.
can we hear another one today?
Yeah, this song I wrote it when I was really sick. I was in bed, sick, like real sick, like dying, like coronavirus sick.
Oh.
Okay? I just got back from China, right?
Too soon.
Just kidding, I didn't go to China. No, I was just really sick. Anyway, if you listen to the song, it's really obvious. So, enjoy.
All right, here we go. Bad Barnacles again on the Sounds Good podcast.
fever running over me. With a broken mind I dream. Oh, I feel cold. Got this fever running over me. Don't know if I'm awake or asleep. Oh, I feel cold. Got this fever running over me. Storms my world and feeds my dreams. Oh, I feel so cold. Can you feel the beat running up my spine? Can you feel the heat? It melts my mind. Oh, I feel so cold. Got this fever running over me. Don't know if I'm awake or asleep. Oh, I feel so cold.
Ooh.
Spicy.
Am I getting chills because that was so cold, so cool? Oh my goodness. I mean, that, again, Sounds Good Podcast, Bad Barnacles, and that was Fever?
Fever.
Indeed. And
Fever.
we should mention, if you like what you're hearing, be sure to follow the Sounds Good Podcast on Instagram at Sounds Good Live and on Twitter at Sounds Good Live. The only difference is the Twitter handle has no E at the end. Why? Don't ask so many questions. Anyway, so,
Those handles are hard to get, man. You gotta claim them and yeah.
yeah, just ask the Sacramento Kings. Anyway, so.
Oh yeah, we're not friends with the Sacramento Kings. Ooh, that's a sensitive topic.
That's just talk
Let's bash the Kings real quick. Are you expecting them to be sponsors in any way here? Well, it's too bad. It's not gonna happen now.
You guys done.
Hey, so actually that brings up quickly. I actually think we haven't talked to many people about this. A lot of venues out here, like that pay-to-play stuff, people want you to do.
Yeah.
They want you to pay to play, and they think
I
it's
think that's
okay
very interesting.
not to pay artists, and they think they're like paying you in like publicity or like exposure.
I
That's
find-
bullshit, man.
Yeah, I find that very interesting. And don't worry, we're allowed to cuss on here. For those of you, I'm sorry, Grandma. Don't just shut up over that kid. Oh, you bigots.
Gosh darn it!
I can't.
I'm sorry.
I can't
I'm
yell.
sorry,
I can't
guys.
yell at that gentleman too much because he's just such a sweetie.
He's cuddly too, man.
Graham from the band of Coyotes over there who was just yelling that. But you're right. I find it so unique. You know, I find it so unique that but you know I'm gonna move over here. I find it so unique that the that these
Don't come closer, man. I can't hear you.
that these pay to play, like I'd never even heard of that before you guys mentioned it.
Yeah.
It's just
That ain't life. Every other profession gets paid. Every other people.
baby.
No, it's not bullshit. No, man. That's got to change. If you want it to change, we got to change it. Stop taking jobs where people don't pay you. Fuck that. Yeah.
I can live. I honestly, you know what? I feel that, man.
Yeah.
We mentioned social media though just a few moments ago. So what is the social media for the Bad Barnacles?
Bad Barnacles.
It's very important to use the word the Bad Barnacles.
The Bad Barnacles.
The Bad Barnacles. Yeah, it's all over the place. The Bad Barnacles.
Yep. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Nah, not Twitter.
Not Twitter.
Nah, we're too old.
There might be good ones. We are bad. We're bad ones. I don't know if there's the good barnacles. We're definitely not those people. We're the bad ones.
You guys are like the bizarro.
The Bizarre.
Yeah, we're definitely
Bizarro
the
evil version. Dr. Evil, except it's the Bad
I'm
Barnacles.
sure it's like a barbershop quartet.
There were we heard some rumors recently that our arrest records got out.
Oh.
So
Ooh.
I don't know. That's as deep as I'll go with that. But yeah.
Anyway, real quick before the next song, would you guys be up to play a game?
Yeah, let's play a game.
Let's play a game.
Twister. Naked Twister. You guys got that?
Today's game.
Step one.
You forgot the cheap socks. Anyway, so
Right
today-
index finger on brown.
Today's game is called Yay or Nay. And what that basically is we're gonna ask each member of the Bad Barnacles what is their favorite band, what is their least favorite band. And here's the thing. Now, you can be completely honest. We are all about honesty, happiness, and coolness here. Janis Joplin. Well, we're gonna find out. I'll tell you what. Let's go from left to right for those of you watching, and for those of you listening, we're gonna go left to right. So let's start out with Tyler. So, favorite, least favorite artist. I love this guitar.
I like Bob Dylan, and then least favorite. I don't know. Maybe Pink.
Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd.
Just Pink. Not
Just Pink.
Just Pink. Okay. For a short second, I thought he was gonna say Floyd after that, and I was ready to lose what we like to call my shit. I just
Grandma.
Actually, I don't really know.
Sorry, Grandma.
I like a lot of music.
Yeah.
I don't think about it too often, like what my least favorite band is.
That's good. That's a good
What do you
mindset.
cringe at? What do you cringe at when you hear? You're like, God.
Yeah. Is that what you cringe at, like when you hear like Pink?
Maybe like some country pop. If sometimes
Yeah.
I'm going to the radio and I hear like some country pop, I'll throw
Like
a
Rascal Flats.
Yeah.
Yeah, like real modern country pop.
Life is a highway. Yeah.
That's not bothering me.
Yeah.
That's me too.
That's not fair.
That's fair. All right. So
You gotta leave.
next
Am I
up.
next?
Yes.
A favorite and a least favorite?
Yes.
Oh man, I got a lot of favorites. Like a lot of psychedelic stuff. I like the Black Angels. I love the Black Angels and the Growlers and early stuff like the Doors, Beatles, all that stuff too. There's a lot of good bands, man. Night Beats, La Luz. There's some really cool bands out right now. Least favorite? Man, I hate like Journey and Genesis and
Scorpion.
Whoa! No! He just said he
I
hates
hate that
Genesis.
stuff, man.
Show's canceled. You hate
Sorry,
Genesis?
I also hate Metallica.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
I have to ask
fuck
you-
that.
Yeah,
You're
I
a
hate
dick.
Metallica, man. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Guess who my favorite is?
Hold on,
We're
right?
gonna go opposites back here.
Metallica.
Hold on. So we'll get.
It's true, yeah.
Okay, so Journey, I can get behind because "Don't Stop Believing" is the most overplayed song ever. I agree. Now Genesis, have you heard Genesis before the year 1980, or have you heard a lot of Phil Collins Genesis?
Everything
wasn't
I've
alive
heard, I
before
like it.
1980.
I don't know.
You have no. So I would advise to listen to some 70s Genesis.
Yeah.
It actually, the only reason I say that is it changed. Honestly, 70s Genesis changed my life. It'll change yours. It's
Wait,
pretty
what's your
good.
least
Tyler.
favorite food?
What's my what?
Least favorite
Tyler.
food?
Least favorite food?
Yeah.
Tofu ice cream.
Have you tried it with salt all over it, man?
Yeah, that's the only way. Duh.
Hey, Tyler.
Anyway, next.
I used to listen to, the kind of music that changes your life was, all that classic stuff. Probably Cream, pretty heavy as well. But nowadays, if I'm on a road trip, definitely, Black Keys, Chula is going to make its way on there somehow. My least favorite, and continuing the problematic and controversial opinions, who's that guy who sings, and I think when he asks what makes you cringe, every single time I hear this guy's voice, who sings that Heart of Gold?
Neil Young.
Dude, I can't stand that guy's voice. I can't. I'm sorry. This guy said he hated Metallica, so I felt like I at least had license to say.
Yeah, but you're a real asshole now, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, when you grow up to be an old man, you're not allowed to listen to the song "Old Man."
Okay, so
Bro, Cinnamon Girl?
credibility, you get older and you get more credibility. I don't know if that's how that translates, but anyway.
That is how it works.
Well, he's
in real life.
80. Yeah, his voice sounds like a cat dying, but he's old. Anyway, yeah, I can't
Really
say.
old.
Interesting.
But he's like dirt.
But his name has young in it. I don't get it.
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
All right,
Let's-
to the bird. Let's hear from the bird.
Favorite. Sorry, Matt. Metallica, Avenged
I don't care.
Sevenfold. Like I said, a
that's the
metal
other
guy.
guy. I hate that.
And I really like some 50s oldie stuff. Bobby Darin.
Buddy
Johnny-
Holly.
I don't like Buddy Holly.
What about that love for T Swift though? You got a little love for that pop too.
I don't like his voice. I can't stand it. I love Taylor Swift.
Buddy Holly doesn't like you either. From the grave.
He listens to Taylor Swift all the time in his car.
All
Yeah,
the time.
It was one of my,
No joke.
yeah. It was one of my top songs last
Almost-
year on Spotify.
Yeah, almost every show he puts on.
Oh, it gets me pumped up. Gets
feeling
me jazzed.
19 or feeling 22.
22,
what the hell?
dude.
Yeah.
dude. I don't know
And
about
we-
you,
yeah.
but I'm feeling 22.
I like her Romeo and Juliet song.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
You guys ready?
All right, here we go.
The song's called Unkind.
Unkind. Here we go. Another one from the Bad Barnacles on Sounds Good.
Brown hair, strawberry lips, a peace sign on her fingertips. She called out, let her back in, makes her way into my head. Oh, babe, you nearly broke my heart. Oh, babe, real fine way to start. Oh, honey, you opened up my eyes. Hey, you treated me unkind. Oh, babe, you nearly broke my heart. Oh, babe, real fine way to start. Oh, honey, you opened up my eyes. Hey, when you treated me unkind. Brown hair, strawberry lips, a peace sign on her fingertips. She called out, let her back in, makes her way into my head. Oh, babe, you nearly broke my heart. Oh, babe, real fine way to start. Oh, honey, you opened up my eyes. Hey, well, you treated me unkind. Well, you killed, yeah, you killed without aim. You built your walls as monuments of hate. You killed, yeah, you killed
telling you.
Pardon my fuck-ups.
Pardon my, get out of here. That was amazing.
Double time, folks. Double time.
Right? Amazing stuff.
Man.
And you know what? That was a great song. I can't put it any other way. Great song, Unkind, from the Bad Barnacles, right here on Sounds Good. If you love what you're hearing, and I know what you are, you know, I mean, follow the Bad Barnacles on all social media at the Bad Barnacles. If you like what you're hearing on here, follow Sounds Good at Sounds Good Live on Instagram, at Sounds Good Live on Twitter. And
Sounds great. Live
sounds
sounds great. Live.
Sounds great. Live. Sounds great. Love. Anyway.
Eat, pray, love.
Eat, pray, eat, pray, love. I have to ask for Unkind. That was an excellent tune. The lyrics really, I mean, especially they seem to have a very unique flavor to them. Is there a story behind the lyrics of Unkind?
It's kind of just a general fuck you song to like, you know, just people that treat you like shit. Woo! Basically. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a lot of experiences that add up to something like that. It's not like one situation where someone does something bad to you or treats you a certain way, but like relationships fail, you know.
They do.
So it kind of goes back to that. Where like sometimes someone's got to just treat you bad for you to realize that like.
I've had a few fail,
it is,
so
man.
it happens.
You got to open your eyes. Something like happens, and you're like, oh, okay.
And you know what? Music is a great. I know this has been said time and time again, but music is a great avenue for, you know, like relationships that don't work out, or just not just like you know, intense relationships, but like relationships like in that way and intimate, but like also friends too. I've had, you know, like dust steps. I'm pretty sure you all have as well. But music, writing songs about that, playing music, even if it doesn't have the lyrics with it, which is there, it really does something, right? I mean, it does.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Don't let those toxic people back.
That's right.
That's what it's all about,
That's right.
man.
Stay in school,
Right?
kids.
Even if they come up to you with the peace sign on their finger, it's like, don't still.
Yeah.
Nah,
Do you know what you do to that peace sign? Do that peace sign again. You know what you do? Right? You know what you do? You take this and you give it the bird. What do you think, bird?
Is that for me?
There you go. Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what.
Is this gonna go on TikTok?
Oh my gosh, that's another avenue we could do. Unbelievable.
TikTok. This is
Yeah,
TikTok.
let's TikTok.
Another
all
great
this.
idea from Tyler there.
What do they have, like
TikTok,
an
yeah,
hour and 20-minute limit on the TikTok? Is that how
Right. Right. Hey, I'll tell you what. Before we get to our next song, I think it is time that we meet our audience. Should we meet our audience for today? All right, let's meet our audience.
Mirrors, everybody at home.
All right, so would it be okay if I introduce the audience? Because actually, I know these members. Would that be okay?
No.
All right, so our audience members for today, and I'm going to come over and talk with them for a second. Here is our first audience member. I apologize for the tangling, by the way. My bad. Our first audience member is from the band of Coyotes, Sam Hansen.
Hi. Hello, I'm a Bad Barnacles #2 fan to Alex, so you know. Alex is #1, so I'm #2 fan of Bad Barnacles, so look at my car, I have a sticker on it.
Awesome, thank you, Sam. And next up, from Kelly Jean Sings, it's Kelly Jean.
Hi. Hi. What am I supposed to say? I have no idea.
Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah. Thanks for doing this. It's fun. Check it out.
Absolutely. Next up, our next audience member, also from the band of Coyotes, Mason Durst.
I'm just here to collect rent. This is by the hour.
Oh, Mason, fuck you. Hey, just kidding.
You got a future with the Kings, man.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Hey, Mason, thanks so much for being here tonight. And you know what? We are excited for that Band of Coyotes EP.
Yay. March 13th. Ironsides. Come out.
You gotta sing all your responses.
Indeed, sing all your responses. All right, and our last audience member for today, it is Graham Carter from the Band of Coyotes.
Hey, how's everybody doing out there? You know, yeah, come out here. Listen to some good live music. Sounds good, good.
Yes, thank you, Graham. Excellent stuff there from Graham Carter. Thank you, Graham. Thanks to our audience members for that excellent introduction. And thanks for the music, dude. That was actually pretty good. So, was that also a jam?
Oh, dude, we jam, yeah, man.
That is, you guys.
We're jammy, man.
That was the peanut butter.
That was.
Yeah, that's the peanut butter for the
I love it. I love it. Was that blueberry jam? Was that peach jam? You know what?
Blueberry.
What?
I've never had blueberry jam and strawberry jelly jam in my life.
Strawberry jelly is a long story.
It's
That is pretty good.
70s Genesis, dude.
Get out of here. He needs to listen to some Selling England by the Pound. Personal opinion. Anyway.
I need some strawberry jelly.
So, hey. Again, this is the Sounds Good podcast. I'm Tarik Ansari. And another song, maybe.
Okay.
Are we due for another song?
Yeah, we're gonna do. We got two more for you. We're gonna play "Hypnotized" next. Actually, the Band of Coyotes. Quick story. Quick aside.
All right.
So we have a song called "Hypnotized." First experience I ever had with Band of Coyotes, who are now our close friends. I saw online they were promoting a song called "Hypnotized," and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And so I listened to it. It's not the same song, obviously, but I told the band, I was like, "Yo, dude, these guys stole our song, man." And I sent it to them, and they were pissed. And then they listened to it, and they realized I was fucking with them. But that was the first time that any of us had like experienced Band of Coyotes.
Awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, that song, we're dedicating it to the Band of Coyotes.
All right.
Thank you for having us here.
Well, Band of Coyotes,
Thanks
this
for
one's
sharing.
dedicated for you. And, well, here we go. It's going to be Hypnotized.
Hypnotized.
Hypnotized from the Bad Barnacles. This is Sounds Good, and I'm Tarik Ansari.
Packed up my suitcase with all the sound inside. Just need to find a place to medicate. Let the wave take me for a ride. I've been hypnotized by you. 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 Beat, beat, beat in my heart. Feel it down in my throat. Words explode, my mind unfolds. Spellbound by your epic flow. I've been hypnotized by you. I've been hypnotized by you. I've been hypnotized by
Yeah, you know what? This is great stuff. This is honestly a great time. Honestly, oh my god. Yeah, I mean, you know,
we got one more.
We got one more, and you got one more in us? Because I mean,
one more.
God, goodness gracious! I mean, Hypnotized by the Bad Barnacles here on Sounds
Dedicated to Band of Coyotes.
Dedicated to the Band of Coyotes.
I don't know who wrote Hypnotized first.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Yeah, interesting. The timeline probably how it's probably similar there, right? But like,
Yeah, probably.
honestly,
It is similar.
we have oh man, we're having some good times here. This has been a lot of fun. I cannot believe we're gonna end this.
Dude, I can't believe we're getting paid for this. This is the most fun I've ever.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
I can't believe, right?
I can't believe you're paying us to pay him.
Right?
So we're all breaking.
Oh my gosh. Well, hey, I'll tell you what. Those of you listeners out there, before anything else, I should mention, if you like what you're hearing, at Sounds Good Live on Instagram, at Sounds Good Live on Twitter. They're the Bad Barnacles, at the Bad Barnacles for their social media. And tonight's performance would not have been possible without the amazing and incredible production achievements and contributions from the one and only Mike Schotter of Public Records. Today wouldn't have also been possible without the incredible contributions of videographer and amazing dude, Jacob Prusia. Jacob Prusia, that's right. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Jacob. Again, thank you for our live audience. Our live audience, thank you so much. And first of all, thank you to the Band of Coyotes for having us here and being in this amazing studio. And to the Bad Barnacles for playing this incredible, incredible music. It's been one hell of a night, everybody. That's all, folks. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Sounds Good. I'm Tarik Ansari. This has been the Bad Barnacles. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. And again, special thanks. Thank you, Mike Schotter. Thank you, Jacob Prusia. Thanks to the Banacles for having us here. And thank you, listeners and viewers, for watching, listening to this episode. We'll be back soon. But until then, thanks so much for listening to this episode of Sounds Good. I'm Tarik Ansari. Good night.